You're a little bit sore in the sinus tarsi, right underneath the ankle bone. Full range of motion, full passive active range of motion, a little bit of pain with overpressure, inversion, plantar flexion, full strength. Ligament tests are all good. A little bit tender in there, and tape them up so that let them go back into play. Okay? Take a quick, normally you would wash, shave, and dry and get rid of all this stuff. Okay? But we're just going to tough it out for today. If they know you have an allergic response, then you may want to put Purap on them, but then you've got to spray the crap out of it so the Purap sticks. Okay? So you do your visual check, figure out what you can do, make sure there's no cuts or scrapes anywhere that you need to have. Figure out where the big part of the calf is, okay? So come this way just a little bit that way, and that's it. And then your athlete needs to be sitting so that you can get to the whole leg, okay? So they need to sit with their leg up like this, and they need to have their foot dorsiflexed the whole time. It's hard to hold that for a long period of time. The knee, this is the first to go, and then look where the foot goes naturally, right? It plantar flexes and inverts a little bit. So if you're not careful, that's where you're going to tape them. So you got to be on top of that, okay? So first thing you got to do, get them up into the position, hold up, okay? Your landmarks again. How do we find that high part of the arch? Find the tibialis anterior tendon. Where does it disappear? You're on the navicular. Where's the base of the fifth? Same landmark we used last week. This is going to be really hard for me to rip my tape because of my frickin' cut in my finger. Sorry guys, I get a little angry with my husband when I did it. Not that it was his fault, but you know, I was the one opening the package without scissors. Okay, so it's going to come around, run it straight around, and come back up. So there's your foot anchor. Oh yeah, heel and lace pads would go into friction pit area. Okay, 4 fingers up. If you look at the leg, where does it really start to widen out? Okay, so 4 fingers up, that's about how high we need to go. Again, I'm going to have to turn and put my back, but you would be sitting taping like this for the whole time, right? First one that you need to put on, make sure that you angle your tape down so the open end is higher. Okay? Make sure that it's angled down a little bit because it won't meet back up. If you can run it straight, it will spiral up the leg. If you try to make it meet, it's going to be all gappy and loose in the back. Okay? So there's the first anchor. Overlap by half. Make sure you get your overlap all the way around the back of the leg. There's your second anchor. Stirrups. Again, I'm going upside down and backwards. So run it straight. Get that medial malleolus in half. Run it straight along the bottom of the heel. Straight up the other side. There's our first stirrup. Overlap by half. Lock it in. Stirrup number 2. A little bit to the front. Hit roughly the same spot on the heel. Give it a bit of a pull. Yeah, thank you. Lock it down. Now, if you notice here as I'm locking down, I'm starting to run my tape a teeny bit straighter. I'm not angling it down as much. I'm running it straighter because the leg is straighter. It'll go straight around now. Come towards the back. Hit the same spot on the heel. So there's a little bit of a gap between the foot anchor. That's fine. Oops, I wrinkled that one. And we lock it down. Overlapping by half. There's my 3 stirrups. Now I need to keep closing the leg. I'm almost to the bottom, so this is great. I don't need very much to close. But now, if you look, I'm starting to get wider again as I hit the ankle bones. So I angled this way, then I ran it straight. Now I'm going to angle the opposite way. I'm going to make sure I come across the front. I'm coming around up, so I'm making sure I'm getting my half overlap or a little bit more in the back. And I'm going to get to crisscross in the front of the joint. And now I'm done. I've hit the anchor at the front. So there's your basket weave. Okay? You guys, this is Rachel's, whoever Rachel was, she left it here last term. Rachel Towell. You guys are gonna make yourself a practice strip so you can learn and not waste a lot of tape practicing with the tape, okay? Cause you'll go through a lot of tape learning this. So, you make your practice strip of tape, you put two sides of tape together and take a big long piece out and just stick it so it's sticky side, okay? So Louisiana. I'm starting the sinus tarsi. I'm following just behind the edge of that anchor. I'm not going in front of it. I'm gonna stay behind it. I'm gonna come back up. So I'm getting this cross to happen right at the joint. Okay, so this is Louisiana. I'm hitting the ankle bone. Now I'm gonna start pulling my tape down towards the floor. There's my lateral heel lock. Under the foot, that window right there, I come up into the window, cross in the front. I'm starting to pull down towards the bottom of the foot, so I'm coming down as I hit that lateral malleolus, fold the tape around. There's a window on this side, I'm pulling my tape up into that window. Finished. Closes everything up pretty much. Okay, so that's Louisiana. One more time. Follows down, goes all the way around the foot, got the cross at the front of the joint. Don't go above the ankle bones, there's nothing wrong up here. Remember, the injury's down here, so we're not coming way up here. You'll never get the tape back down to the foot. So no higher than the ankle bone. Lateral heel lock, under the bottom of the foot, come on up. Close your 8. Medial heel lock. Come around, finish on top. That's the Louisiana. The Illinois, same start, but instead of following that that front anchor, I'm gonna angle towards the heel a little bit. So I'm just gonna, so instead of coming straight, I'm gonna angle it back this way a little bit. So now my tape automatically is bouncing up into that, right? If I come under here, it has to go there. I can't bring it up here. Look what it's doing. It's getting all bunchy, okay? So I have to come here. I go around that lateral malleolus. Where's this surface facing? Put it there. Boom. Diagonally across the front. Half my 8. Now I'm on the angle. You guys can see here. It has to go there. Medial heel lock. See that window? Bring it right into that window. Up over the top and bring it so that it finishes and you cover way in here, so you cover that inside window. Okay? So that's the Illinois. So one more time. Back. Lateral heel lock first. Half 8. Angle it back, medial heel lock, come around, half 8, finished. It's shorter, there's less turns in it, but it's harder to get on well. Okay? So, you guys can get these practice strips and you can practice with these, what they look like in real life. Except I can't do it upside down, I have to go like this, sorry. This one I can't do upside down.
So we have to do 2 of those on
You have to
top
do
each
2 of
other.
them, yeah. So I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna follow, so you see where I'm going? I'm just behind that. I'm gonna come up, this is Louisiana. I'm gonna come up, come around. Lateral heel lock. Come on up, come around. Medial heel lock, bring it around, come on back up. And that's 1. And you gotta do 2 of them. When you're putting these on, it's just what it takes to get the tape off the roll. We tend never to use the very ends of our rolls in sports medicine because the tape gets so compacted and so compressed, it takes so much force to get it off. Like we might use this for something that we're doing anchoring with, but once we get into a full wind, we usually go to a fresh roll. That's just a preference thing. So I've done one of those. Now I have to, I take a look if I got any windows. The only window I got is right here on the bottom of the foot. Everything else looks pretty good. Piece of cake. So I'm gonna come around. There's your full Louisiana tape job. Okay, so we can still dorsiflex, we can't get full plantar, and we can't invert. Okay? So the Illinois, what does it look like? So you get this nice triangle underneath the malleoli. Okay, so the Illinois, I'll try and get it upside down. You start here, you angle it back. So you see the angle difference on the bottom of the foot? Right up underneath the lateral malleolus, come around, 1/2 come back, medial heel lock, come around, and bring that tape right over that window on the medial side to cover that up. So that's one Illinois. This is the problem with the Illinois, we've got a nice window there. If you're gonna do an Illinois, you gotta make sure that this anchor is back even further than it is right now. But that's not a super bad window because it's not a moving part per se. So that would be one Illinois. I'm gonna do another one. Again, I'm doing it upside down, so this is, I'll bring it a little bit forward, see what I get. Around that medial heel lock. Yeah, didn't get it. Okay. So that's what the two Illinois looks like. So if you're doing the Illinois, it's same thing, you just gotta make sure that this foot anchor even comes closer to the up here as opposed to this way. The more if you put stuff sort of in front of the big bump here, in the front of the, if you get out here, your tape job is not gonna work out well. It's a rear foot tape job, you've gotta keep it at the back. So when you're pulling down on these things, you're pulling towards the heel, not up towards the toes. So your heel locks, as you're coming down, it's like not this way, it's that way for everything, okay? So what I want you guys to get done today is obviously go through and be comfortable with your basket weave. And then you're gonna make your practice strip, and then you can try and figure out, make sure you leave here with your